take a couple of nice big rolls out through the shoulders to start off with. Big deep breath in and out. Another one, big deep breath in, side out. One more like that, big deep breath in and out. And then lift the arms on up overhead and bring them down through heart center as you exhale. Beautiful, one more big deep breath in and exhale, folding forward. Take a little rag doll here, so grasping opposite elbows, letting the body come down into contact with your thighs. Take a little sway from side to side. And then releasing the hands on down to the mat, stepping the right leg back nice and long. Drop that right knee down and then inhale, lifting on up into a low lunge. Beautiful. Try and scissor the legs together a little bit, just to keep a little bit of activity in the legs. Helps with that hip flexor stretch as well. And then we'll take a little twist towards our front leg. Beautiful. Lift the front arm up and reverse. Release that on down to the mat. Pivot around to the side. So turn that right heel out to the side and come into a modified side plank. Beautiful. Take a little moment here. Exhale, release the left hand down to the mat. Coming into a little round of cat-cow here. Beautiful, and from here roll the body forward into a high plank position on the knees, and we'll lower on all the way down to the mat. Beautiful. Once you settle down on the mat, bring the shoulders back, pull them into a cobra, and then exhale, release. We'll go one more here. Pull those shoulders back, then exhale, release it on down, tuck the toes, and lift it on back up to all fours. Walk the hands back and come to sit on the heels. Take a little stretch through the feet. Yeah, I love this one. It's great for soles of the feet because we often don't stretch them much. It's one of those deceptive ones. Walk the hands on forward, untuck the toes, give them a little bit of a, give the tops of the feet a little bit of a tap on the floor. And then from here we're going to tuck the toes under, pushing back up to down dog. Take a little pedal out and stretch through the backs of the legs. Beautiful. Settle into even weight between both feet. And then from here, lifting on up to tiptoes, and we're going to bring our right foot forward. So however you get there, if you need to drop a knee down, do that. If you need to use a helping hand to bring that foot through, do that. And we're going to keep that back leg lifted here. So even if you've dropped it, lift it back up again. Lifting on up into a crescent lunge. That's it. Take a little bob up and down. Just challenge a little bit of strength and warmth through the legs. Beautiful. One more breath in here. Then exhale, bring the hands on down to the mat and stepping it forward. Taking a halfway lift here. Exhale to fold. And then inhale, lifting all the way up to stand. Bring the hands to heart center. Beautiful. Take another breath or two here. Inhale, lifting on up. Then exhale, folding. Beautiful. Inhale, take a halfway lift again, flat back. Exhale to fold, plant the hands, stepping back on the left leg this time. Drop that left knee down. Inhale, lifting on up to that low lunge again. Beautiful. Take another breath or two here. And we'll twist towards that front leg. Inhale, reverse the twist, lift that front arm up. And exhale, bring that hand on down to the mat and pivot around to the side, stepping the front leg back into that modified side plank. Beautiful. Take another couple of breaths here. And then from here, release that top hand down to the mat, pivot around. We'll take that high to low plank here. So roll the body forward into a high plank position on the knees, and we lower on down to the mat. That's it. Inhale, peel the shoulders back for cobra. Exhale to lower. Let's take one more. Inhale, peel the shoulders back. Exhale to lower down. Plant the hands on the floor, tuck the toes under, and pushing on back, down dog. Beautiful. Take a little pedal out through the feet. Awesome. Take a little wiggle of the butt if that feels good. Ease out any tension through the hips. And then from here, we're going to lift on up to tiptoes. Bring that left knee forward, stepping it on through. Beautiful. If you needed to drop the knee down for a moment, bring it back, lift the back knee back up again, low lunge. Beautiful. Take another breath or two here. Exhale, bring the hands on down to the mat and stepping forward. Take a halfway lift and fold. That's it. Inhale, lifting on all the way up and bring the hands to the chest. Taking a few moments here. Deep breath in and out. One more big deep breath in and out. Beautiful. Inhale, lifting on up through the arms, and then exhale to fold. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands, stepping back on the right leg. Beautiful. From here, I'm going to take a twist. So lift on up through the left arm, and then drop that back knee down, pivot it around, coming into that modified side plank again. Really brace the core here. Draw the belly in towards the spine. Take one more breath. Release it on down to the mat. We've got our high to low plank. Option whether you come full length through your plank this time or keep the knees on the floor. Lower on down. Inhale, we go up dog or cobra this time. Take your pick and then move it back through to down dog through whatever range you have. Take another couple of breaths here. Pushing the knuckles down into the mat. Then inhale, lift the right leg up. And then bring the knee through to the nose and step that right foot through. Beautiful. Lifting on up to that crescent lunge. Beautiful. Take another breath or two here. Then exhale, bring the hands on down to the mat, stepping it forward. Taking a halfway lift and fold. Inhale, lifting on up and bring the hands to heart center. Take another breath or two here. Inhale, lifting on up. Exhale, folding. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands, stepping back on the left leg this time. Beautiful. Strong here. Plant that left hand down, Lift up through the right arm, coming into a twist. Drop the back knee down, pivot it around, stepping into that modified side plank. Take a little moment here. Strong core. Exhale, release it on down to the mat, high to low plank. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, take it back through to down dog. Beautiful, take another couple of breaths here. And then inhale, lifting up to tiptoes, bringing our left leg up to the sky. Take a moment here, bring the knee to the nose and step it on through. Beautiful, lifting on up, crescent lunge. Beautiful, take another breath or two here. Little bob up and down. And then exhale, bring the hands on down to the mat, stepping it forward. Taking a halfway lift and fold. Inhale, lifting all the way up and bringing the hands to heart center. Take another breath or two here. Beautiful. Inhale, lifting on all the way up. Exhale, folding. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands, stepping back on the right leg this time. Inhale, we take that twist. And then drop that back knee down to the floor. Pivot into our modified side plank. Bring that hand on down, stretch it on out. Take a nice big stretch through the side of the body. And then roll it on down to the floor. Pivot around. We take our high to low plank, using the knees if you would like. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, back through to down dog. Strong through the core. Beautiful, take another breath or two here. Beautiful, inhale, lift that right leg up high to the sky. Bring the knee through to the nose. And step it on through. That's it, lifting on up, crescent lunge. Beautiful, take another breath or two here. Try and scissor those legs together slightly, really work through the legs. Drop the back heel down to the floor, open out, warrior two. That's it, flip that front palm, reverse the warrior. Come back to center, straighten through that front leg, reach to Trikonasana or triangle pose. Take another breath or two here. Inhale, let's lift on up, keep that front leg straight. Bring the hands on around. Try and straighten through the legs, bend through that front leg again. Adjust the feet slightly if you need. And we're going to bring the hands down behind the back. Open out through the chest. Big deep breath in and out. Beautiful, one more big deep breath in. And exhale, take a little fold forward. And release the hands, swim them on around, bring them down to the mat. Lift the back heel up and stepping it on forward through a standing split. So keep that back leg lifted, hover it there for a moment, then release it down to the mat. Take a halfway lift and fold. Inhale to lift all the way up. Bring the hands to heart center again. Take another breath or two here. Inhale, lifting on all the way up. And exhale, folding. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands and we step on back through our left leg this time. Beautiful, coming into that twist. Lifting on up. Drop that back knee down. Pivot it around. Stepping into that modified side plank. Beautiful, release the hands on down to the mat, high to low plank. If you want to keep those toes lifted, do that, high to low. Inhale, up dog or cobra, take your pick. Exhale, back through to down dog. That's it, take another couple of breaths here. From here, inhale, let's lift that left leg high to the sky. Exhale, bring the knee to the nose, step it through. Inhale, lifting on up, crescent lunge. Beautiful. A little bob up and down if that feels good, helps with balance sometimes. And then we drop the back heel down, open on out, working through the legs. Scissor them a little bit. Take another breath or two here. Flip that front palm, reverse. Come back to center. Straighten through the front leg. Reach forward into our Trikonasana. That's it. Another little breath or two here. Inhale, let's lift on up. Flip and reverse. And keep that front leg straight here. And pivot the hips around slightly. Bring the hands back behind your hips. Open on out. And bend into that front leg. Take a little fold forward here. And then working through the arms, circle them forward, bring them down to the mat, and we lift on up through our standing splits. Lift the back leg and release it on down. Taking a halfway lift and fold. Inhale to lift. Hands to heart center. Taking a moment here. Take a couple of big deep breaths in. Inhale, lift the arms on all the way up, and exhale, folding. Taking a halfway lift and fold. Plant the hands on down, stepping back through the right leg this time. Last round here. Inhale, let's lift on up into that twist. Drop the back knee down if you like. Step it into that modified side plank. Release it on out. Stretch it on out. Bring that hand down to the floor, high to low plank. Toes or knees, depending on how you're feeling. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And then exhale, back through to down dog. That's it. Take a little pedal out here if that feels good. And then inhale, lifting up to tiptoes. Lift that right heel up to the sky. Bring the knee to the nose, stepping it on forward. Taking a halfway lift, lifting all the way up actually, not halfway. What am I talking about? Drop the back heel down, open on out. Flip that front palm, reverse. Coming back to center, straighten through that front leg. We reach to Trikonasana. Beautiful, taking another breath or two here. Lifting on all the way up. Reverse the triangle. Come back to center, pivot the hips around to face the front, adjust the feet if you need. Bring the hands back down behind the hips, open the chest. And then exhale, take a fold forward. Beautiful, release the hands on down to the mat, lift the back heel on up, and we take our standing splits on the way through to stand. Take a halfway lift. And fold. Inhale to lift. Bringing the hands through to heart center. Taking a breath or two here. Beautiful. Inhale, lift the arms on up. And exhale, folding. Taking a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands down, stepping back on the left leg this time. Beautiful, lifting on up to that twist. Drop the back knee down, step it on back, modified side plank. Another breath or two here. Reach that top hand out overhead, taking a stretch to the side of the body. Big deep breath in and out. Release the hands on down to the mat, high to low plank. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, back through to down dog. Taking a breath or two here. And inhale, lifting up through that left leg. Bring the knee to the nose. Hover it through, step it through. And then inhale, lifting on up, crescent lunge, strong through the legs here. Drop that back heel down, open out. Flip and reverse that palm. Come back to center, straighten through the front leg, reach forward and tilt in. Beautiful. One more breath in here, lifting on up. Reverse the triangle. Come back to center. Beautiful. From here, pivot the hips on around to face the front. Adjust the feet if you need. Bring the hands back down behind your hips. Open the chest out. And we fold forward. Beautiful. Bring those arms forward and down to the mat. Lift the back heel up. Standing splits on the way through. Release that foot to the floor. And we come on into a little toe squat. So bring the heels a little bit closer together. Toes point out to the corner. Sink the hips down to the floor. And a little bit of ankle stability here. You can bring the fingers off the floor if you like. Open it on out through the hips. And we're going to release on down to the mat. So coming on down to a seat, bringing the legs into a butterfly position. So soles of the feet together, knees out nice and wide. I'm going to take a little fold forward here.
Have enjoyed that this morning.
Yeah, lifting on all the way up, stretch the legs out nice and long. Take a little fold forward, stretching into the hamstrings maybe. And when you're ready, lifting on up, and we're going to lower all the way back down to the mat. Draw the knees in towards the chest. Take a little circle out through the hips. Maybe back around the other direction. And then lifting the legs on all the way up. Give them a stretch out. And release them here. Release the feet to the floor. Dropping the hips over to one side. Coming into a supine twist. Coming on back up to center, drop the knees over to the other side. Coming on back up and stretch the legs out nice and long here. Beautiful, take a little bit of a wiggle through the hips, settling in. I'm going to take about 4 or 5 deep breaths here to finish off in our Shavasana. Take another breath or two here. Maybe give the toes and fingers a little bit of a wiggle. Maybe a roll through the wrists. And then rolling over to your preferred side. And from there, coming on up to a comfortable seat. Take a little roll out through the shoulders. Maybe bring the hands to the heart center. Bowing the head. And slowly release. Thank you.